Here we go! Here we go!
Let's go!
Okie dokie.
Hey, what's going on, guys? TheRadicalGamePlaya here. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Jared here today with a brand new video. And today, exciting things are about to come to our doorstep in just a couple of days for all of you people and for all of us throughout the whole wide world, has to focus on future generation consoles for all of us to enjoy, such as like PlayStation consoles and future Xbox consoles, and don't forget the Nintendo Switch consoles, everybody, as a lot of you people are hyped up for new generation consoles. I just want to say that myself. But the one thing we are most entirely hyped up about is the latest console, the Nintendo Switch 2 console. And that is exactly what we are hyped up about of going through with today's video. We are all hyped up about the Nintendo Switch 2 console. As about a month ago, Nintendo has posted the official Nintendo Switch 2 trailer, or for what I'm trying to say, teaser, as we gotten to witness a full new design for the Nintendo Switch console, for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody. But however, we did not see the official full potential for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody. We gotten to witness a new design, new bigger screen, and new controls, but we did not witness its full potential. As we're going to be getting into all the details within Nintendo Direct, which airs on April 2nd of 2025. Which for today's video, I'm going to be explaining all the details and my expectations, my theories for the Nintendo Switch 2. And that is exactly what we're going to do for today's video. And now, let's begin, and now, let us get this video going, and here we go. Alright now. Before we start the video, everybody, here's what I want you people to do. Please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content. And don't forget to click that notification bell icon. That way you people will never miss a video that I post on my channel. My name is Jared and I upload every Monday through Friday 2 videos a day on my channel. And I have over 2,000 videos on my channel as of right now. And if you all want to go check all the videos I have on my channel, please subscribe to my channel for more content. I have a whole lot of videos for all of you people to look at on my channel. And I hope you all like today's video. With that being said, I will be asking you 2 questions at least within today's video. With that being said, let us get into the video and let's get started. Alright. Now, to start off with today's video, Nintendo Direct for the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation is just less than a week away for all of us to be unveiled by the Nintendo Switch 2 by Nintendo themselves, as we will get to know all the details for the Nintendo Switch 2, for when it comes out, for what price it's going to be for all of us, and what specs it's going to have, and everything of the whole sort for the Nintendo Switch 2. And everything, all the games that we're going to know, or what's going to be for the Nintendo Switch 2, and everything. And now I just want to tell you all, everybody, for the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation for Nintendo Direct, it's going to be airing on April 2nd of 2025, which is going to be at 6 a.m. Pacific time and 9 a.m. Eastern time. And it will be on a Wednesday for Nintendo Direct for the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation. And Nintendo will give us a closer look for the Nintendo Switch 2 for all of us to know all the details, all the release date, and the pricing, and everything of the whole store for the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation when it airs. And that is exactly what we're all hyped up for. And now, let's move on forward, shall we? Now, we are all hyped up for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody, as when it airs on Nintendo Direct, we get to know everything of the Nintendo Switch 2 console. As to all of you people, now my only concern is about, I know it's going to be all high quality, high definition, everybody, maybe not 4K, but to tell you all people, is it going to be as powerful as the PlayStation 5? Well, according to what I found on the internet, everybody, For rumors, for starters, the Nintendo Switch 2 may not be as powerful as the PlayStation 5 rumored, but that is rumored. But here is another thing which I found. Court documents confirm that the Nintendo Switch 2 could roughly be as powerful as a PS4 or Xbox One. However, Nintendo has no intention of joining the competition for the most powerful video game console as they focus on their exclusive titles here. So my theory is that the Nintendo Switch 2 may not be as powerful as the PlayStation 5 itself, but it could roughly be as powerful as a PlayStation 4 or Xbox One. That's just my theory, depending on the processor, what the Nintendo Switch processor has to offer. But that's just my theory, everybody. Alright, now that we're getting into the good things, we got through the good things within this part of this video, and now here is my other theory, everybody. What will be the release date for the Nintendo Switch 2 within this year? Now, some people say that it will be releasing maybe May or June, sometime in the summertime, but we don't know the full details about that, everybody. Well, here's the other thing. According from what I found on the internet, everybody, the Nintendo Switch 2 is to be released in 2025, and the Nintendo Switch 2 is expected to be released in June 2025. Nintendo has confirmed that the console will arrive in 2025 and will reveal more during details on Nintendo Direct event into April 2nd, 2025. Now then, not to give you any spoilers while going through with this video, I know nothing about the release date for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody. Now, to clarify, don't rely on the internet when it comes to finding the release date for the Nintendo Switch 2. It won't help you unless Nintendo officially announces the release date for the Nintendo Switch 2 during Nintendo Direct. You will all entirely know the full details ahead of time. Okay. Enough about that. Let's move on forward, shall we, everybody? Now, my other theory is to discuss about the pricing for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody. Now, my theory is that the Nintendo Switch 2 will be $50 more, at least, $50 more than the Nintendo Switch OLED, everybody. Or it could be $450. But that's just my expectations, my theory that it could be $400 or a little more than that, but that's just my expectations. But here is the other thing. Okay, here is what I found on the internet, everybody. The price will likely fall somewhere between $399 and $499 US dollars. IGN reported earlier this month that analysts believe that the system will cost $400, but the new leak indicates that Nintendo may charge even more. But there are other rumors that Nintendo Switch 2 price leaked and it's not cheap, but that is just a rumor. Who knows what exactly the real price is, but I'm hoping that it will cost around $400 or around this price. But that's just my thing to say. Now, I am expecting for the Nintendo Switch 2 to cost around $400 or $450 for my expectations for the Nintendo Switch 2 console. And that is what exactly I'm trying to expect by Nintendo if the price is like that. Okay, so we have covered how powerful it's going to be and what the price is going to be, at least the theory of what the price and how powerful it's going to be, and the release date, what date that is going to be. But now we're getting into this part within today's video, it is time for me to ask you people the first question within going into this room within today's video, everybody. Now, everybody, here is the first question of the day. What are your expectations and thoughts about the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody? What are your expectations for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody? Please leave in the comments in the comment selection for within today's video, and I hope you all liked today's video. And with that being said, let us move on forward within today's video. Okay, now that we covered all that basic stuff at the very beginning, it's time to cover for my theories for the Nintendo Switch 2 games, everybody. Let's get to it, shall we? Okay, now we're going to be covering about the games for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody, and my expectations, my theories about the games for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody. Let's begin, and here we go. Now, for what I saw, everybody, within the first look for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody, we have saw an official first look at a brand new Mario Kart game from what I saw, and it looks beautiful and fantastic from what I saw. And from what people say, it could be the new Mario Kart 9, or from my theory, it's going to be a different title rather than being called Mario Kart 9. But that's just my theory, as we get to look at new things for within the Nintendo Switch console. And that's the only game preview that I know for the Nintendo Switch 2 console. And that's the only theory I want to give you. I want to give you all that we may see new things I'm going through within Mario Kart 9 for within the future, but that's all the details that I know for the game for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody. That's all I know. Now, my expectations for the Nintendo Switch 2 games. I would also like to see a brand new Super Mario adventure game, such as like Super Mario Odyssey, for example. I would really like to replay Super Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch 2. And I would really like to see a Super Mario adventure game, a brand new adventure for Mario, everybody. I would really like to see that, and for my expectations, and all the other newer games for what I would really want to expect for all the newer games, and everything for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody. Okay, now here is my other expectation for the Nintendo Switch 2 console, everybody. Now, my other expectation is about the controls for the Nintendo Switch 2 console. Is when connecting the Nintendo Switch 2 console without them sticking onto the console without having any trouble. Because, like, when you press the button on the back of the Joy-Con, like, when you try to press it as hard as you can, it wouldn't come out, and a lot of people have problems with it. Such as like when trying to get the Joy-Con out from the console, when trying to unconnect them. That's exactly what I want to expect. I expect the Nintendo Switch 2 console to be not having a struggling time to connect the Joy-Cons exactly on the console, and that is exactly what I expect for the Nintendo Switch 2 console. For me to expect, as we just witnessed that the Nintendo Switch 2 console has magnetic connection for the Nintendo Switch 2 console, as it should be easier to connect our Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons to the Nintendo Switch 2 console, everybody, and that is exactly what I want to expect for the Nintendo Switch 2 console. For me to expect, and for everything to be easier within gaming, everybody, and not to accidentally break your Joy-Con by accidentally breaking the connection, everybody. That is exactly what I want to expect, as we witness it. It has magnetic connection to connecting the Joy-Cons to the console without having any issues. Now, to give you all another expectation for myself, and to ask, how will the Nintendo Switch 2 improve the Nintendo Switch consoles, such as like the Nintendo Switch and Lite and OLED consoles for the Nintendo Switch family? How will the Nintendo Switch 2 will improve the Nintendo Switch family, everybody? That's what I want to know exactly. And I'm trying to give myself expectations for the Nintendo Switch 2, and to see if the Nintendo Switch 2 is a worthy successor to the Nintendo Switch family. And that is exactly what I am trying to expect for all of you people, and for a lot of you people are trying to get the same or different ideas or theories or what you want to expect out of the Nintendo Switch 2 console, everybody. But now, I think that I have covered just about everything that I want to cover about for the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody. And now, I just want to tell you all, I hope you all liked today's video. And with that being said, I believe it's time for me to end this video right here. I hope you all liked today's video, everybody. And now, with that being said, it is time. With all that covered, I just want to tell you all, everybody, we're going to enjoy watching the Nintendo Direct for the Nintendo Switch 2 presentation. Like I said, it's on April 2nd, 2025, and it's on a Wednesday, which starts at 6 a.m. Pacific Time and 9 a.m. Eastern Time, everybody. And now, before we end this video, everybody, I just want to tell you all, everybody, it is time for me to ask you people the second question of going through with today's video, everybody. Now, everybody, here is the second question of the day. What are your all's theories about the Nintendo Switch 2, everybody? What do you want the Nintendo Switch 2 console to have, everybody? Now, please leave in the comments in the comment section for today's video, and I hope you all like today's video. And with that being said, my name is Jared and I'm TheRadicalGamePlaya, and I upload every Monday through Friday 2 videos a day on my channel. And I have over 2,000 videos on my channel as right now, and if you all want to go check all the videos I have on my channel, please subscribe to my channel Please subscribe to my channel right here, right now, for more content like this. If you want to see more content like that, just hit that subscribe and the bell icon, everybody. Now, I hope you all liked today's video, and thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video for more content like this and other content on my channel, and I hope you all have a great day. See you next time. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day. Peace!
Here we go!